Welcome to the Lead Change Empowerment Podcast. This podcast was created to empower you in your personal, business, health, financial, and family areas of life. If you find value in this podcast, please help us by leaving a review in iTunes, Spreaker, or SoundCloud. And now let's bring on your host, empowerment speaker, author, and parenting expert, Steve Robinson.
Welcome to the Lead Change Empowerment Podcast. I am your host, Steve Robinson. And as always, you know I'm about to say it. I'm grateful. I am truly, truly grateful. I have nothing but gratitude and happy that you're here. And speaking of which, talking about today's podcast is going to be foundational principles that will impact your life. I'm a person that believes in principles. As the more I read, the more I learn, the more I grow. I just believe that principles do not change. And it's certain things about principles that you keep them and it will help you grow. And that's why I came up with foundational principles. It's about six different topics, six different principles I'm going to speak about today. And these can be applied to life if you're already applying it to life, helping you refocus on it. Because so often in life, we will lose sight of the important things that are going on between being on the go from here to there, operating business, operating family. You become regular habits. So you're checking emails, always on the go. And it's like your brain is on autopilot. And when things go wrong, as we know that they will, a lot of it has to do with your focus. Like, what are we focused on, or lack of focus? And focusing on foundational principles can be hard, especially if you're going against the truths of it. If you're going against the principles, you're going to have those times where you feel like something is not right, things are not going right. And the best things in life will not come easy. We all know that. And if you don't pay attention to what you're doing, you will end up going in the wrong direction and being mediocre, staying in the average life and knowing that's not where you want to be, or you were not designed or created to be that way. So today I'm going to pass along a few foundational reminders that you can apply these principles as often as you like. And hopefully, if you have any feedback, as always, make sure to leave us a comment, leave us a 5-star check on iTunes, Spreaker, SoundCloud, however you decide to listen to me. Be sure to leave us a review. Be sure to continue to email. You can reach me at info at steverobinsonthespeaker.com. That's steverobinsonthespeaker.com. Info at steverobinsonthespeaker.com. So let's get into it. The first prominent success is many times preceded by failure. You hear that? Your success, most great success that you come about or that you see in life is always preceded by failure. You know, I made a post on my Instagram the other day about the illusional success iceberg. It's the iceberg of illusion. And it's showing the iceberg, all huge iceberg, grown up, beautiful picture. But what it doesn't show you is the things that go on up under the water, the failures, the hard thing. And it's kind of like the illusion of success that we see with other people. It's like you'll see the finished product. Me and a partner of mine, which is Coach Cornelius Jackson, who's now headed back to our alma mater, Marshall University, as the assistant basketball coach. So we definitely got to make sure that we shout that out. And you all need to follow Marshall basketball for sure. Yeah, definitely for sure now. But back into the prominent success is many times preceded by failure. You have to embrace your hard place. And what I mean by that is, like, in order for you to experience true success, you have to embrace the things that you've done wrong, the failure, the mistakes, the wrong decisions. And a lot of times that is our signal flashing. Like when you when you see people's car, they got the flashing signals on. It's kind of like a warning. Whenever you see flashing signals, it's a warning, it's a slow down, it's a stop. It's a take notice. And a lot of time the mistakes and our failures in our life that's the warning sign. It's the signal sign. Hey, take notice, think about it, stop going this direction, change it up, switch it around. And then that's when you learn to grow on the success part. And if you think about it like this, think about your biggest breakthroughs. Think about some of the things that you've broke through, or the breakthroughs that you've had in your life. It came from a feeling of being in a hard place. You began to think a little bit different, and you found a solution. For example, it could be anything. Let's say finances. Like, hey, I'm not doing my finances right, and you keep looking at the bank account, and it has you frustrated, and it's just that signal come on to say, I have to change what I'm doing. And that is how most success will come. You'll go through plenty of failures. You're going to go through many failures, and that is where success is coming from. So 99% of success is coming from failure. That's just how it is, because of those things that happen. And that's why Prayer, Patience, Progress, the title of my last book, my first book, is success. Prayer, Patience, Progress will equal success. So the first foundational principle is prominent success many times is preceded by failure. The next one, being busy doesn't equal productivity. That is a beautiful principle about being busy. If you think about somebody that's always busy, there's a thing I heard, like being busy is a decision. You always talk, so I'm busy, I'm busy, or this person is busy, or that person, or they were like, oh, I know you're super busy, I know you got a lot. No, busy is a decision. When everyone is seen busy, going from this, doing that, meeting to meeting, or having a whole bunch of meetings, or jumping from business to business, or jumping from project to project, or got to do all these emails. It's always like moving around, and constant activity does not mean success. That does not equal success. You have to focus and use your time wisely. Everyone gets the same 24 hours, and where you are and where you will all really be determined off of how you use yours. So being busy does not equal productivity. So stop trying to be super busy and focus on what it is that you need to get done. Because like I said, busy is a choice. Being busy is a decision. You decide to be busy. The next foundational principle number 3. This was the big one. Yes, association. Who are you associating with? Who are you around? Who's around you? That's how good you will be. Most of the time, the people you're around, that's determined where your thought process is, what you're doing, what you're headed to, where you'll be going. Make it a purpose to be around people who inspire you to be better, to do better. People that are going to drag you down, or why are you allowing them to do that? What are you allowing them to remain in your circle for? Listen, let me tell you something. If someone makes you feel worthless, anxious, uninspired, they're pretty much just wasting your 24 hours. They're wasting your time. And it's making you more like them. So what you fail to realize is that the more of the people that's around you that's not helping you, that's not pushing you forward, that doesn't inspire you, that doesn't even check you when you're doing wrong, you're winding up to become more like them. And especially, like I said again, if someone makes you feel anxious, someone has you feeling, uninspired, worthless, you need to get that out of the circle. So that is the third one. The third one was foundational principle. Number 3 is association. Who are you associating yourself with? What are the things that you're being around? The next one this is big. They're all big, but this one is really huge because it talks about fear. Fear is the number one source of regret. At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, you'll have more pain from the chances you didn't take than you will from the things that you failed at. I mean, don't be afraid to take a risk. We have all heard the saying, what's the worst that can happen? Will it kill you? I'm going to tell you the thing to me that's worse than death is that you're dead on the inside while still being alive. I'm going to say that again. You're dead on the inside. You're dying on the inside, and you're still alive. That is just that fear is the number one source of regret. Get over those fears. Begin to take a risk. Begin to take a calculated risk. Begin to go after it. Do not stop. Here's the thing. You will make more excuses of why you can't do it than putting into action of why you should do it. And it's better to know, okay, I'm working at it. I failed this way. And like I said in the beginning, that signal, that warning signal, okay, this is doing it this way is wrong. Let me switch it up. Let me get some help. Let me check. And that leads into this next one, the foundational principle number 5, forgiveness. Look, life feels a lot better when you don't hold grudges. And you can be forgiven. Even if the person that you need to forgive has never apologized, it is a better feeling in life to go around not holding grudges. It takes away from you. A bitter heart only allows the negative events from your past to ruin your present joy. And I'll say that again. Running around with a bitter heart, holding grudges, holding anger in, all it does is allow negative events that's happened in your past to ruin your present day happiness, joy, and peace. And you got to get over that. Hate and anger is like an emotional bloodsucker, just like bloodsuckers that's destroying the peace of life every day. So every day it's like the blood. If you're just holding grudges and upset about something that's happened in the past, and like I said, that person may never ever ever come say, I apologize or forgive me, or I was wrong. But you know what? You release it off of you to be able to carry yourself further. And just thinking about it, because holding regrets, holding grudges, negative emotions create stress, and studies show that stress is linked to high blood pressure, obesity, headaches, and even more. So hey, let it go. So that number 5 foundational principle is living with forgiveness, being able to forgive. And this last one is to let you know that, look, life is short. No one is guaranteed tomorrow. Not any of us. We're not guaranteed tomorrow. So it's kind of like, when someone dies unexpectedly, we begin to take inventory of our own life. You know how many times that you sit, and I've done it as well, even when my brother passed, my middle brother passed, it's like, wow, that happens, and you take notice on yourself, and you begin to think like, man, wait a minute, that was too early, or that was unexpected. And you begin to think of things and how you can do better. But the problem we run into is it's only for that moment. Most of the time when you hear about people dying unexpectedly or things happen, you get a lot of, it's time to change this. It's a wake-up call, wake up and change. And all of that lasts for about a good 2 months. 2 months. You get more attention on posting or saying about them being gone than you actually make the changes in yourself. Like you want to wear the t-shirts or post it, and none of us, it could be to each his own. You could do it whatever you choose to do, but are you really taking the inventory on yourself to make the changes? Are you really making every day and understanding every day as a gift for you that you're alive? And a lot of times when people see you, they say, well, how are you doing? I'm like, amazing. They'll be like, oh, I'm just making it, and it's just another day. Well, try not having that day. I look at it like I treat life like this. And days, like I said, some days will be hard, some days will be better than others. But every day that I am able to wake up, that's a gift. That's a gift for me, because if I get a new day, then I have a new 24 hours. I have another day to get better and reach the goals that I want, and also go into what my purpose is in life. As long as you're waking up, you have purpose. You have a purpose. And some people are like, well, I'll be glad when it's Friday, or I'm happy it's Saturday. And I tell them every day Friday, Saturday to me. It's up to what you make it. It's all on how you approach it. Does that mean that everything is perfect or right in my life? Hell no. It's not at all. That does not mean that. But what it does mean is that I have an opportunity to be able to make it the best that I can. Yes, there's going to be days where things don't work out right. Yes, there's going to be times where there's going to be people that you follow, and that's okay. But if I'm blessed to wake up, I am grateful for another day. And like I said, that means there's another opportunity to go. And that's talking about this last one. I'm going to just add this one last thing, is change. Change is a great foundational principle. Understand that change, they say insanity is doing the same thing over and over again or something like that and expecting a different result. That's what insanity is. Well, understand this. A prerequisite of change is dissatisfaction. Until you are dissatisfied with some of the things in your life, you're not going to change it. But the thing about it is, things are going to change around you. It's inevitable. You can't stop it. It's not going to stop. Time's not going to stop for no one. And when you have an open mind about change, you will understand that I can capitalize on the changes that's going on. I can capitalize on this. It's all on the mindset. Do you have a growth mindset? Do you have a fixed mindset? I mean, like I said before, time is not going to stop for you. And when is it going to get good? When things are going great, hey, enjoy it, love it. When things are happening and everything's going in your favor and everything is wonderful, hey, enjoy that, embrace that, love it, and stay focused. Stay focused on it. Don't think about all that, well, if I had this, it'll be better, and all the things that could be better. That means you're not living in the moment. Embrace the time now. Live right now. Stay in that. Stay in that. With growth. With growth comes change. Be ready for the change. Thank you again for your time. As always, we close it out with the blueprint. Prayer, patience, progress. Thank you for your time. Hey, don't forget, leave us a remark. Go on to iTunes, go into Spreaker, like us, follow us, share it, tell somebody else to listen to it. Say, hey, go listen to this guy. And thank you for those that do. Again, I'll talk to you later. Take care.
Thank you for listening. Don't forget to leave a review to help our podcast grow and reach others. Continue to be great and remember the blueprint: prayer, patience, progress, in that order.